Real Madrid, do it again. Champions League is theirs. I don't want to hear nothing about an easy run, easy path to Champions League final. But Real Madrid is the epitome of the greatest team ever that you've ever seen step on a field. And not just the team we're talking about here, right? Because we've seen many teams that have a great 5-6 year run. We are talking about the consistency, not only from the players, but the coaches, whether it's the management, Florentino Perez. Real Madrid just keep getting better. And as a Madrid fan, I feel bad because we're getting people on free transfers and then absolutely winning everything with them. And the only thing that Real Madrid does not have is a treble. And I believe that Mbappe will fix that. I think that in the next 5-6 years, Real Madrid will win a treble and they will find the one thing that Barca fans and that Inter fans always shit on them for. It's not having that treble. But realistically speaking, there's a big question that comes up when we're talking about Real Madrid, and it's how do you play everybody, right? Because if you get Mbappe, I'm pretty sure he's wearing number 9, so he's going to be that striker. You have Vinny on the one side, Rodrigo on the other. How would we fit in our midfield, right? Whether it's Arda, whether it's Jude, whether it's Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, off rip, right? Defense, however you want to set up. If we're getting up onto Davies, I think that's still up in the air. I'm not too sure yet. Eder Militao, Rudiger, Dani Carvajal. And then you have do we play Courtois? Do we play Lunin? Real Madrid is filled with question marks, but it's unlike any other team that's filled with question marks. And what I mean by that is they are so good. So how do you fit everybody playing wise? How do you fit the talent? How do you develop the talent? Other teams are just, hey, how do we get better? Why is our team not performing? And that's the difference that we see with Real Madrid. And I don't want to beat a dead horse by saying Real Madrid is the greatest team ever, because yes, they are the greatest team ever. And if you want to debate that, you've already lost the debate. But I want to go back to, do we see Real Madrid try to sell one of these players, whether it be Rodrigo, whether it be, I don't see us selling a midfielder. What Florentino has done is just create a revolving door of young talent that they don't pan out in 3, 4, 5 years. You could still sell them, get a decent return to then invest in something else. I didn't even mention Endrick. He's coming as well. That's exactly what I mean when I'm talking about Real Madrid. They're everywhere. They do everything you want to see in a great club. But going back to what I said before, they can sell these players, whether it is the Kovacic's or anything like that. They can offset these players while they're still 26, 27 years old, get a decent return, and then reinvest it. And we saw during the early runs in the 2000s, right, the true Galacticos, it didn't pan out because maybe they're out of form, maybe they're not in their prime and stuff like that. This Real Madrid team that we're seeing is clicking on all cylinders, and there's a different vibe to it. It's a different team. And whether it's you have the Cristiano before or whether you just have the whole team contributing, that's what I feel as though teams don't prioritize anymore. It's more about the money. It's more about like, okay, how can we win using what we have? And I don't look to the future as far as Real Madrid does. Switching formations, and that's another thing as well that I wanted to touch on, is that Real Madrid now have the opportunity to play so many formations. It is quite literally insane. And even the subs that you want to throw in there, you can change your whole formation with one player and keep changing it as you sub more people on. That is insane. The versatility and the flexibility of Real Madrid right now is unparalleled, and it is unmatched across Europe. Because if I'm telling you that Valverde can play right wing, center mid, cam, CDM, maybe a wing back, that's 5 positions of just one player. We're not even going to talk about Camavinga, because Camavinga, honestly, can play any position and do well. But that's what I'm saying is, let's say Camavinga is on the bench for a game. We start losing. Boom. Throw him into CDM. Now we're up 2-1, 2-0. Very crucial game. Throw him to a wing back position. Throw him to a right back. Switch someone inside. It's unparalleled what Real Madrid has shown. And I think it starts with just the culture that they bring. And the culture of, hey, we want to win. I don't care at what cost. So we need to be prepared in any situation. No team has even tried to get on that same wavelength. And with Mbappe now at Real Madrid, he just got scarier. Not only did they get scarier, but now the timeline is lengthened for that European dominance. And as a Real Madrid fan, I could not be more ecstatic to see Real Madrid on this tear, because when you compare it to, and I'm going to pick on them, Barca or any other team like that, they're paying these high wages, they can't afford people, and if you're a club, what is the number one thing that you can do to ensure you keep getting money? It's to win, and Real Madrid keep winning. And then you bring in Mbappe, which they could have had a world transfer fee with PSG, but PSG, they were too big for that. They were too humble, I guess, to do that. And now they can get Mbappe for free, so the jersey sales just go up. The viewership goes up. I'm pretty sure it's going to be sold out stadiums for a minute. The debut is going to be insane. The unveiling, this is the culture. It's a culture of winning. And when you see Luka Modric running back in the 80th minute across the whole field to get a tackle, to stop a scoring opportunity, that's when you know this team's different. And yes, did they get lucky getting players in their prime that worked out for them? Maybe, sure. But it's also in Real Madrid. It's in that culture. And something I wanted to refer to is Dortmund. And yes, I know Dortmund just got to the Champions League final. It's been 10 years, but they got back. It's as though they are a farm for Bayern Munich. And you see a lot of those clubs in the world. And Dortmund is one of them, whether it's the Lewandowski. You see these clubs that they cannot be as big as the biggest club in their country. I know it's a bad example. Sunderland, aren't they like Liverpool farms? Regardless, they become a monopoly when I'm talking about Real Madrid in saying they can get anybody that they want. And yes, you have a great owner in Florentino Perez, but I'm talking about one thing that they need to do. The only thing that they don't have is that treble. I believe Mbappe is going to bring them there. I believe that Mbappe, I don't want to say he's like a savior or whatever, because Real Madrid is going to win without him. This is going to show if Mbappe is on the level of Cristiano, Messi, Maradona, Pele, all the greats. This is going to show if he can do it. And I'm very happy that he went to Madrid, not only as a fan, but there are speculations that he's going to go to Arsenal, which, no, I think it would be terrible for his development. But this is the time that Mbappe shows who he is. Yes, he won a World Cup. He's done all that legal titles. I get it. But I'm saying, as a European player, as a player in those leagues, you need to win the Champions League. That's the biggest thing. To me, I believe that is the biggest thing other than a World Cup that you could win. And Mbappe has now the opportunity to do that. So, if you guys made it this far, thank you. Nice little shout out to the Studs jersey. If you guys want one, hit us up, let us know. We are trying to get them out to you as fast as we can. But thank you guys for watching. And as always, it's been Studs.